Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do Comic Book Haul week number 178. That's right, fans, another week of comics. And I feel that for me, this week was a light week. However, I am always anxious to show you guys the comics that I picked up for the week. And you guys might be a little bit surprised this week on how many DC books I picked up. So let's just jump right into this haul, shall we? And let's see what good old Mike Spider Slayer bought this week. First thing I want to talk about when it comes to the comics this week, one book I'll be reading digitally and I will be reviewing on Comic Frontline is Archie versus Sharknado. Yes, that's right. So I will be reviewing this over on Comic Frontline, and I am very interested to see how that is going to turn out. All right, so now we get to the infamous bag. Inside the bag, there's always the mysterious comics that Mike Spider Slayer presents to you. And what are those comics? We're going to find out right now. So here we go. All right, bag's on the floor. Well, now it's on the floor officially. It's official. Bag's on the floor. All right, and the first thing we start off with is a DC book, and I'm probably most excited for this book. And this one is Cyborg, issue number 1. Cool cover here with Victor on there. Man inside the machine. So maybe it breaks down his character a little bit more. We get to know a little bit more about Cyborg and the human side of himself instead of always being like, just a teen character. Now he finally gets his own individual book, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to Cyborg issue number 1. Next, looking to hop back on the Sinestro book. This is Sinestro Parallax released. When I saw this cover, I was like, cool, gotta buy it. It's just anything that attracts me to Parallax. I'm like really excited about it. I love the cover, how Sinestro's just like embedded in space, and you get to see Parallax there. So I think this is a really cool cover. This really piqued my interest. Hopefully I can understand kind of what's going on with Sinestro since Convergence has ended and we get what's going on, see what's going on with this series. But I definitely want to jump back on board and get back into these, Lantern books as much as I can. So this is Sinestro issue number 13. All right. Next, we have another DC book, Wonder Woman issue number 42. At the end of the last issue, we wound up seeing Wonder Woman going against this guy that thought he was going to commit suicide. That wasn't a plan at all. It looks like he's going to take out Wonder Woman. Where does this go? I have no idea. However, I do like the artwork in here. David Finch, Meredith Finch is the team that's on this book, and the artwork is beautiful. So this is Wonder Woman issue number 42. Next is a series that I'm definitely heard good things about from other reviewers and from my friends over at Comic Frontline, and that was Injustice, year 4. And so they had this at the store, picked up issue number 2, picked up number 3, which has got Batgirl on there. Okay. They did not have 4, but they did get in issue 5, so I got issue 5. And I also got issue number 6, which came out this week. And so, again, from my good friend Jay over at Comic Frontline, he's going to get me a couple of these copies to read digitally, and I'll be able to catch up on the whole series this week. So I was happy to get those, lucky to get those. I just heard that it's kind of like an emotional roller coaster, real shock value in that series. So I'm happy to get back on board with it. So I can't wait to read it. All right, next we go on to Marvel. And Marvel, we go into Secret Wars tie-in. And I decided to give it another try. This is Weird World, issue number 2. Definitely decided to give that another try to see how this ends up since I didn't get as many comics this week. So very weird. You can see the world there. just our main character in the center of it. We'll see where this one goes. This is Weird World issue number 2. Next, we have a book that I am excited about and see what this is. And this is Starlord and Kitty Pryde issue number 1. Now, I never really read the series from all new Marvel now, I guess, if you want to say. And I really never had that much of an interest for it. Maybe I did. I think maybe I read it when Black Vortex was going on. But this one interests me to see what it's about. Now I'm trying to remember if Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde actually had a series, or was it just Star-Lord that Kitty Pryde was in it? Yeah, I forgot. There's just so much going on. I don't know. But I am anxious to read this to see what happens in here. Looks like Stan Humphries is the writer in this particular book. You open it up. The artwork in it, though, is pretty gorgeous. It's a nice looking artwork there. Good colors. So I am anxious to read this. And this is Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde, issue number 1. Next, we have a favorite for a lot of people. This is Old Man Logan, issue number 3. Again, it's a really interesting cover. Right? It looks like we get to see all these Ultrons here. We wind up seeing Logan walking on top of them. We know that Logan has been kind of captured by Emma Frost. And looks like she kind of tricked him. And at the end of the last issue, you got to see Apocalypse in there. How does Apocalypse fit into everything? I'm not really sure. But again, I am definitely interested to see where this goes. And of course, we all know that Old Man Logan is going to be an all new, all different Marvel. So this is Old Man Logan, issue number 3. Next, we have the book that continues Emma Bloodstone's adventure, and this is Battleworld's Marvel Zombies. We'll get to see how these two continue to get back to the Shield, and see how Emma deals with her new companion here, as she was having trouble dealing with her new friend here. So, and I love how we had the flashbacks in the last issue and whatnot, and telling how she was treated when she was a little girl. So this is definitely a cool series, and I can't wait to read issue number 2. So again, Marvel Zombies, issue 2. Next, you know, I love, was it Greg Land? Yeah, Greg Land's artwork is really nice. I think when until it comes to like the facial expressions at times. But I love this cover. I think this is a cool cover. You got Ruby Summers on there. Looks gorgeous. I love the colors, and I love her powers. Really interesting stuff. We got to see, I'm trying to remember what happened in this last one. We got to see the Thing, and we got to see, what's his name, Maestro, come together, and they're going to form a team. So it looks like they're going to stop Doctor Doom, or stop this rebellion that's going on. And when you find out that Ben Grimm, well, it's not really Ben Grimm in here. You find out that he's somebody completely different, and you find out that Maestro is somebody completely different as well, and you saw that in the last issue. So we get to see how these two actually work together in here. I love the artwork in this book. I love the battles that's happening in this book, and it's just a great read. So Future Imperfect, issue number 3. Next, we have a Star Wars book that I think is a favorite for a lot of new Star Wars readers that maybe watches Star Wars Rebels, and old Star Wars readers alike, because this book is written damn well. And this is Greg Weisman's Canon, The Last Padawan. And I love this book. And the last time we get to see Canon, he winds up being set up by his little lizard bounty hunter guy. And but I think it was just all a setup so they can score some big money. So I like these two dynamic, how they interact with each other. Great artwork in this book throughout. And let me see if I can get you a cool page in here. I mean, look at the detail that goes into like the battle scene in there, and just the facial expressions, and just, again, all that background. This book is a beautiful book to look at. Really enjoy it, and I can't wait to read it. And I think it ends, I don't know if it ends on this one or if it ends on issue 5, and then they start like a new run on it. So, but this is Canon issue number 4. All right, next we have Spider-Woman issue number 9. I caught up in the last couple issues on this one. We're getting to the point now where Secret Wars soon will come to an end, and we'll get to see Jessica pregnant. How does she get pregnant? I don't know. It's yet to be determined, but we'll get to see what this story arc is about in here. And Spider-Woman issue number 9. All right. Next, we have a book I don't normally pick up, but I thought this was freaking cool. And just because I love the cover. It's Transformers issue number 43. Yeah, you can honestly say I picked this up for the cover. I'm a huge Transformers fan. However, the Transformers universe tends to be a little bit dialogue heavy, and at times I try to jump on, and it's just like way over my head because the comic universe, there's a lot that's involved in it. I just couldn't turn down this cover, and I'm going to try to jump on board again. You got Soundwave on there. Badass. You got, I think his name's Cosmos. I think that was his name. He was this little incy bitsy transformer when you grew up when you were a kid. Badass here too, because I love that little guy. And I saw those two. I saw these two on that cover, and I'm just like, man, I just got to get myself some Transformers. I got to get it. And then I'm sitting there opening up, and I'm like, dude, I got to find Soundwave in here because Soundwave's like my favorite Transformer ever. And there he is right there. I'm like, hell yeah, Soundwave. Kind of can't wait to read this, see where this goes. Love myself some classic Transformers. And this is issue number 43. And last but not least, we got a couple of books that I haven't picked up because I've been reading so many books and I had to catch up on them. But it's only a couple of them, which is Grim Fairy Tales, Realm War, issue number 10. This series will be coming to end in another couple of issues, so I picked this one up. And another one, I think, is the conclusion to Penny Dora in the Wishing Box. This is kind of like a little mini kids version of Pandora's Box. And this is a really great series, really well done. Finally got around to picking it up. Can't wait to read it. It's a very, I think, under the radar series that maybe a lot of you should give a try. So this is good for the whole family to read. So guys, there you have it. There is the haul for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's haul. And fans, as always, in the comments below, don't forget to tell me what comics you picked up for the week, which ones you're most excited for, which ones you're least excited for. And guys, stay tuned for my comic book reviews here and on Comic Frontline. And also, don't forget to check out Comic Frontline Live every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on the YouTube channel, or you can check us out on iTunes for free. So fans, as always, thank you for watching again. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and I'll see you guys on that next review. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.